Given further thought to the Cross Australia cycling trip you've mused about a few times. It hasn't really progressed any further. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I do it in their winter probably because it'd be too fucking hot in their summer. So that'd be our summer. So who knows? Maybe after this trip, I'll finish in Europe after TwitchCon and be like, boom, Australia. But I'm not sure. Mister, why you have a tablecloth yet? No, I'm literally the only one. No, the really big table has a big tablecloth on it, but all the other tables are just raw dogging it. And I don't know why I got this. What do you prefer, steak or lasagna? Steak, of course. But like, I do love me some carbs. Red wine after this? Oh, actually, that might be nice. That might be cozy. Vino Rouge? Is it Rouge? That's French. What's red? What's wine? Tinto? Shit. Okay, it's not French. You know, maybe stick blue? Like blue rare? I'm gonna say normally? No. I don't know. Okay. Honestly, some of the cuts are just like it's just seared on the outside and that's it. Vino tinto, por favor. Favorite food of all time? Honestly, often I say sushi. I love sushi. But it really depends on how I'm feeling that moment. But for whatever reason, like a good going out for sushi. Like if I'm at home and like if I ever think I want to go out for something, it's sushi. I think it's like something that I feel like I can't really produce well at home. I can cook a steak. I can cook different meats. I can make pasta. I can do all this stuff. I know I technically could make sushi, but I feel like I don't have that much skill. So it was a fish chowder in a hollowed out loaf of bread. Wait, where was that? East Coast US somewhere or something? Oh, did I lose it? I think my camera's at 10%. I gotta fix. I found a tendon or something that's not cooperating. There we go. Need fresh ingredients for sushi. Okay, on that note, what is sushi grade fish? What makes it sushi grade? Is that a real thing? Does that mean anything? Then when they call fish sushi grade, why is some fish not sushi grade? How much does such plate cost in the US? It completely depends on your location. Like if you're in like LA or New York, probably over $100. If you're in Texas, someone in chat said, and I feel like it passed like $50. Sleep in tent or hotel room tonight. Plan is tent. If raw fish smells, it's not sushi grade. Well, fair, but sushi grade fish can be sushi grade, and then it goes bad, and then it smells like fish, and then it was sushi grade fish that is now spoiled. Some fish has parasites like worms that you don't want to consume. But isn't it like, okay, for anything that's going to be consumed, I think at all. Like when we go like fresh fish for sushi, I think legally in most places it has to be frozen at a certain temperature for a certain amount of time to kill any parasites. For that reason. I think some fish are more susceptible to that than others. And it's completely lost its value, seems like. $100 for a steak? Again, it depends where you're at. Like, here it is 45 euros. Which is like, what's that, like $60 US? Other than that, sushi grade is just marketing. Right. It's unregulated marketing term used by vendors to imply a fish is fresh enough to eat safe, to eat raw. Okay. So it means nothing. It means nothing? It's just a lie? It's just marketing? It's just capitalism? Is beer expensive there? I have no idea how much the drinks cost. I didn't see it on the menu. They probably were on the menu, I just wasn't looking at it. What happened to your hair? You look like me? I lost it in a tragic charitable fundraiser accident. I shaved it off for charity at a milestone when we reached $15,000 raised for Make-A-Wish. And then I've just kept it since. Did I get vino tinto? Sí, quiero uno. Just, vale. He did that right in frame. That's beautiful. Wow. Nice. Interesting. That's like chilled. Like refrigerated chilled. Let's not put it there. That's dangerous. This camera's gonna die kind of any minute now, just so you know. And I'll just need a minute to swap out things. Not that far. Watched Katina take on the Amarillo Steak Challenge. It wasn't a steak, it was a whole damn cow. It's really fucking big. So this was 1 kilo. It's like 2.5 times this steak size. But then you have to eat all the other shit. What kind of red was that? I have no idea. I could ask him, but like I don't know how to ask him, and I wouldn't know what he said as an answer. He brought out the bottle. I should have just read the bottle. That would have worked. They'll do the house red? Yeah. But the house wine is probably something. Maybe it's a blend. I don't know. Iron sweater, I'm gonna grab a battery and a different thing to switch camera things. I'll be right back.
Sola,
Oh, I forgot to get another microphone. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna use this camera then. I forgot to bring my mics. So, work on the steak, still a work in progress. We'll get there. Canada should join the EU? Sure, I'm down. Ugh. We're almost done the steak. There's still the bone here. I might pick at some of that. And some fat I might pick at too. Let's get you guys into Schengen. Yeah. If Canada could somehow join Schengen, that would be fucking amazing. I don't think I ever will, but why not? Alright, that pit in my stomach is filling up. It feels good, man. One step at a time. First the Eurovision, then the EU. Are we in Eurovision now? Has that happened? Because, like, isn't, like, Australia and stuff in Eurovision or something weird? But yeah, I would love for Canada to draw closer to Europe. That'd be great. You know, for, like, trade partners, you know, travel partners. You know, you want people on your side. Countries on your side. Non-expansionist countries. So, yeah, at this point we've been here 2 hours, I think. So once I finish this and my wine, we should be good to pay and see what my batteries are at, and we should be good for tomorrow. Okay. And yeah, and then by the time I leave here, it will also be like fully dark, and it should be good for camping. And then we'll see what we can find for tonight. Can't write on town square, be dark, no one knows. It's like illuminated for aesthetics. I don't think me sleeping is the aesthetics they want. What time do you go to sleep and wake up? I'll go to sleep whenever I'm set up in my tent. I'll wake up with the sun probably, but I don't necessarily start the stream right when I wake up. So you're an art installation or performance? See, that's what I've said before about TwitchCon. I'm like, they should just let me sleep in the convention in my tent, and I can be an exhibit, you know? And I don't have to pay like stupid convention hotel prices. What do you think of that? Thinking. Homeless hitch making great. Exactly. Then we can do a meet and greet all convention long. Alright. Final bit of steak, and then we're good. Not in a rush to get out of here. Again, I am charging my batteries, but we'll be ready. Been streams nice so far in Portugal. In Portugal, we've had a few. In Spain, no one yet. We'll pitch our tents in the park opposite Ahoy. I wonder if we could get away with it. Disappointing you're not going to be doing a meet and greet in your tent. Twitch might be able to facilitate that. I'm like, yeah, can I set up my tent and then whoever comes and meet and greets me, we just sit in my tent and have a chat? I can sign whatever. I feel like they wouldn't like that because they can't see what's happening, you know? Not like in a creepy way, but in like a... There's been security incidences at meet and greets with people, you know, attacking streamers. So I don't think Twitch would want that, you know? Just don't put the fly on it and see through? Maybe. Alright. Meeting note for your hitchhiking last year to TwitchCon. What do you think? How many days would it take from Portugal to Rotterdam by hitchhiking? 2,500 kilometers. 5 days. $5 days, give or take. That's my difficulty in Europe. There's like a normal TwitchCon trip is I start far away and I try to get there in time. In North America, I can do that. It's like 9,000 kilometers from St. John's, Newfoundland to San Diego. It's literally the city in North America furthest away from San Diego, St. John's, Newfoundland, to the opposite corner of the continent, San Diego. It's like 9,000 kilometers. I can, like, it takes like 3 weeks. But Europe's small in comparison. On a bike, it's big. In a car, it doesn't take long to get there. Was the meat big enough? It was big enough. It was a big piece of meat. I'm satisfied. If I had to split this with someone, I would be a little sad. Which kind of use held in Palermo, and you started Altenore. Palermo being where? I Actually, I don't know where that is. Like, here. Sicily. Oh, southern Italy. Okay. Okay. How far is that? 5,000? Kilometers? Safer to cycle in Europe than it is to cycle in North America. It depends where you're at, but I'd say on average, yes, it's safer in Europe. But it depends. Like, I did one bike tour in United. Like, I rode across Canada from west coast to east coast. You're mostly riding on a highway, but most of the highway has a good shoulder, except for like eastern Manitoba, northern Ontario. You got no shoulder, and that's a bad section. That's a dangerous section. As far as I know, pretty much every year someone gets hit in that section, like bad. I did Key West, Florida to Raleigh, North Carolina, and like Florida was actually quite good for cycling. I was surprised by Florida. There's quite a bit of cycling infrastructure. Less once we got into like Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, stuff like that. Some of those roads in the Carolinas were sketchy. There's lots of like logging trucks on like these windy roads. And the way I described it is just like, I don't mind logging trucks, it's fine. But they like haphazardly loaded those logging trucks. So logs were like sticking out diagonally out the edges of the back of the truck. So the truck isn't defined by the edges of the truck. The logs stick out further. Like dangerous shit. Expect Florida to be horrible? Yeah, so like to start with, Key West, like it's kind of cute and stuff like that. But as you're going up the Florida Keys towards like Miami, it's like this chain of like islands and shit, right? Before they had a road, they only had a train there, and that train had bridges. When they built the road, they closed the train, but kept the bridges and opened those up for just pedestrians and bicycles. So often you get completely separate bridges. You don't have to interact with cars at all. In Florida. It's crazy. Now a lot of them, because they're no longer used for like infrastructure, they don't maintain them. And then when they collapse, they just leave them. So a lot of them are closed now. But a lot of them are still open. So, you know. So that was really cool. But even once you're on like the main part of Florida, on the East Coast, there usually was something that designated like this lane of traffic is for bikes, or there's a shoulder and here's a picture of a bike on it. Like they actually like invested a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, in like being like, this is made to be shared with bikes. What bike ride that you haven't done would you like to do? I've never cycled in Japan, so I would like to do some type of Japanese trip at some point. And like, whatever I do there won't be super unique because I feel like cycling in Japan has been done by like everyone many, many times. But I just, you know, want to add it to my repertoire of places I've rode a bike. I want to hitchhike, or I want to ride a bike across Australia at some point. I've hitchhiked across Australia. I want to bike. I like desolate places. I think Australia would be neat in that respect. At a different point in time, I'd like to ride across America. I don't know which route, but one of them. Well, I still have to do Land's End to John O'Groats. So southwestern England to northeastern Scotland. Do a canoe trip? Yeah, I have. I have for a while. Before Canada was Canada, when people were settling there, like the rivers and the lakes were our navigable waterways, and that's how you transported until the Trans-Canada Railway went in. But I'd like to do like a canoe trip at some point, like with portaging and shit. I think that'd be neat. I have no experience with that. I need like a guide or something. I don't know. Frodo, that sucks. Prince George? Yeah. Going in August, I think I might do a course this summer before I go. It'd be smart, because like when you're canoeing, like actually to travel, and not just on like a small little lake with other people on it. Like if you capsize, if you roll, like it can be fatal. Water is dangerous, especially cold Canadian rivers. Oh my god, that was a meal. Ugh. Eat a couple more fries. All calories are valuable. I have lost a ton of weight on this trip. So I'll likely not go alone. That would be smart. One of my friends I worked with when I lived in Calgary, working at an outdoor gear store, he did like a long canoe trip up the Mackenzie River, up to the Canadian Arctic. Just stop. Just stop. It's noticeable. You need a dietitian? I just need to eat more. Why do you need like a fucking dietitian to be like, you need to eat more? It was hit. I literally did that. It was 50% gibberish and 50% relevant, and I'm like, the 50% that was relevant, I was like holding on. I felt like I was talking to like an AI bot. Okay, now that we're done here, I just like, yeah, cozy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing it's like a tour bus. You can do a bang boat series on a canoe. That sounds dangerous on a canoe. Getting timed up a hitch is an achievement in itself. It's really rare that I do any moderating. And I feel like in 8 years of streaming, I've probably like banned like 10 people. And anyone that's been banned by me should be like honored. It's hard to get me to do any moderation. It's like, count any wild animals that scared you? Like while riding? Actively while riding? No. But like at night in my tent, like when I biked across Canada, I had a bear that was pestering me all night. it stole my cherry strudel. But like, yeah, it was my fault. I had food in my pannier. I wasn't being bear safe. She happened. It had no interest in me. I was an annoyance for the bear. It smelled my food. It's killing me. Picked up the wine glass 4 times, didn't take a sip. I didn't realize I did that, but I believe you. But the big spooters? I don't mind spiders. I hate ticks. Spiders are cool. They kill a lot of pests and stuff like that, which I'm all for. Like most creepy crawlies, I'm like, if they're crawling on me, I'll flick them off. Like, I'll get rid of them. But like mosquitoes, anything biting me is like, that's a no-go. I didn't give them permission to bite me. So like, I only want things biting me when I tell them they can. But like ticks and mosquitoes, I didn't ask for this. Those things that look like potato chips, they're thin slices of potatoes that have been cooked in some way, shape, or form. What is this? I almost got in a moose toda. It ran out 10 meters in front of me. Toda? In a car, on a bike? Under what circumstances did he run into a moose? Anything that sucks your blood is horrible. Unless you ask for it. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but like, you know, like someone, Just Call Me Remco said, consent is important. He said bite? Wait, they did? On another message? Today. Oh, today. Wait, hold. What are we referencing? I almost biked into a moose today. It ran out 10 meters in front of me. Oh, they did say biked. I just can't read. I'm sorry. My bad. Biked about 40 kilometers downhill and it ran across the road. That's sketchy. Running into a moose on a bicycle is like not ideal. Not ideal at all. I'm going to finish my wine and then we're going to get out of here. So I'm just not in a rush. I'm still charging batteries, so it takes how long it takes. It's like hitting a wall. Yeah, no. Like I've been around moose. Like while I've been hitchhiking. I remember I was hitchhiking back in 2014 on my first. I was on my way back from my first cross Canada hitchhiking trip, and there's this French Canadian guy that drove me from near Ottawa. There we go. Deep River, Ontario, just by Ottawa. And he drove me all the way to Lake Louise, Alberta, because he was going there to try to get a job. But anyway, we were going through northern Ontario at night, and then all of a sudden there's this giant moose just in the middle of the road, just sauntering down the road walking. So we kind of did a slow roll past it, but the thing's like towering over the car. Bill is 80 euros, another 120 for the batteries. Okay, so the steak was 45 euros. They're probably going to charge me for the olives and shit. I had 1 beer and 1 glass of wine. What do you think the total's going to be? Person scared of getting tick bite that carry alcohol. Is that the one that makes you allergic to like red meat? But ticks in general are just like, they bother me a lot. There's a bunch of different tick-borne illnesses that you can get. All of them fucking suck. And then, but the fact, like, so a mosquito, it bites you. This is like a few second affair, and then it leaves. There's like a certain level of like, in my mind just acceptableness with like how quick it does it. It's in and out. But a tick, it embeds into you and hangs out for a few days. That's not okay. Alright? Like, you know, like mosquitoes, they just like bite and run. They get out of there. They're just like, their head is embedded in you for days. It bothers me. But if I consent, all the power to you. All the power to you. But yeah, so like, until my cross-country U.S. trip, the Corning Redemption Tour 2 years ago, in all my years hitchhiking, I think I had pulled like 3 ticks off my body in that time. On that one trip, I don't know how many I pulled off. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that many, but I think in one trip I pulled off like a dozen ticks that were embedded in me. Like, and people were saying like ticks are spreading, there's becoming more and more and stuff like that, but like, a lot of things are like, oh, things are worse than they used to be. My impression is there's a lot more fucking ticks than there used to be. Food to feed you? This is just a bone. And then I've left some of the pure fat chunks. A dog would love that? Yeah, that yappy dog would probably be great. Love.
São coisas que eles calhar pensaram que eu era relaxada, não sou relaxada, não sou. De 11 a 1 y pico y a la 1 y pico después. Lo que pasa es que ahora ya te vas a la cama.
Hey.
Porque he salido de la escuela, igual le compro porque algo me digo, estábamos naviendo todo menos nada.
Number 1. Bacon is just bacon. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the 50-month Prime resub. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully we'll do another trip down to the U.S. Can come say hi again. But thank you for the 50 months. Good to see you. Oh. Rate my recommendation? Oh, for the restaurant? I like it. It's a great location. I think the steak's good. I just have questions about Spanish eating culture, only specifically around kitchens not opening until 9 p.m. That's absurd. Okay, that's not a rating though. Combination of the food and the location, I think brings it up to solid 8.3 territory. 8.3. Wait, happy hour hasn't started yet? Happy hour is supposed to be during the slow times to draw people in to buy food and drinks when it's not busy. Happy hour is specifically when it's slow, although the intention is to make it busy when it's supposed to be slow. Summertime peak dinner time is like 11 p.m. Really? Oh my god. No, 8.4. No. I have decided. That's a good rating. And like when it comes to like food and experiences and stuff like that, I'm really hesitant to get anywhere close to like perfection, like a 10 out of 10, right? Because I'm like, I feel like I don't even know what perfection is. And if I think something is amazing and I give it a 10, what happens when something surpasses it? You give it a 9? Which is fair. Oh, okay, well, alright. I understand. For those of you watching that have watched this whole dinner experience and the location and the whole doodad, what would you rate this dinner out of 10? How would you leave you room for a Michelin-starred restaurant? How would that leave you room for a Michelin-starred restaurant? Okay, lots of 8s, 9.5s, 9s, 8.5, 8.4. Possibly didn't taste it. That's a very fair answer. I just had someone that's just like, I'd give it a 9, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's sample. I think 8.5 is fair. Yeah, I'd say so. Noisy crowd and barking dog. Like, to be fair, I don't think I can really knock a location. Like, if I read a Google review or something like that, like I clicked on it and I'm figuring out where I want to go, and someone's like, oh, really kind staff, great food, great location, great everything. Yeah, but some people were loud and there was a dog that was barking. 3 stars. I consider that reviewer irrelevant. Or the 3-star review as irrelevant. And just read the beginning part where the food was good, the staff were nice, the usual things, you know? Your good or bad score is basically meat and potatoes? Yeah, to be fair, yeah, no, it is steak and kind of potatoes and some peppers. But, like, you can do a steak badly. That is very much possible. Rating the meal, not the dining experience? No, you include the dining experience in that. It's the whole package, you know? They were very accommodating to me. Okay, well, initially I came there, I'm like, can I eat? And they're like, not until 9, and this was at like 7:45 to 8. I'm like, I don't want to wait an hour 15 to eat. And then we did. You want to escape people being loud? This is actually very quiet. Yeah, I haven't found it to be especially loud. There was a whole table of like a whole tour bus of people with like, I don't know, 20-something people. You know, 3 meters away, but yeah. Why am I still kind of hungry? Suspicious. Time for dessert? They might have dessert. What's dessert in Spanish? Postres menu? I could have a little dessert. How do you say that? Postre? Postre? Hold on. Translate. Save me. Postre. Dessert.
ir a los países. Me voy a los países.
Postre.
Cuando viajáis para el extranjero, a los países.
Alright, let me move this out of the way. There's a couple pieces of potato left, but it's fine. Uno deserto. Yes. Yeah. I moved the whole table when I took it off. Oh. Uno deserto. Bigo deserto. Yes. Grande postre. Postre. Postre.
Mi hermana que estaba yendo a...
Postre.
Pero ha estado de viaje en Copenhague, no, en Holanda y en Ámsterdam. Y llegó al hotel y dijo, we have a reservation.
Postre.
Y
1 kilogram of tiramisu. I'm down. Don't tempt me.
we have a reservation. Oye, que soy muy orgullosa. Oye, que se pone la vuelta.
Have ice cream and homemade dessert. Homemade desserts? Homemade? Oh. Homemade doesn't necessarily mean good, but it could be really freaking good. Hydrate laughter, big males, better digestion. Ooh, speaking of hydration, I only have like half a water bottle left, like 300 milliliters of water. I need to refill some before I leave here. Try to remind me, because I'll probably forget. Where's the bike parked? Essentially, like, if I look through the camera, the bike's right there. Nope, he was cleaning off the table. Would I just like, can I just be like, postre? Like a question with an upward inflection? You guys are gonna say no, you have to say a whole sentence, but I can only learn one word at a time. Sentences are too complicated. Postre? Still busting the table. What's menu in Spanish? You'll know what I mean. The purpose of communication is to express something, you know? If he understands what I'm saying, then we're good.
No, efectivo. No, todavía. El domingo. Ah.
Postre? Postre?
Pues yo. Ah.
A word so nice, I said it twice, because I didn't know I said it right.
Tarta de queso, tiramisú, flan de huevo.
Yeah, tiramisu?
Vale.
Gracias.
Nada.
Tiramisu. I love tiramisu. Give me a tiramisu after midnight. Nice. I'm in.
Eu estou mais ou menos a perceber porque eu sei que o Borja tem nessas
I should have thrown a grande in there. He's like, cheesecake, tiramisu, flan. I'm like, grande tiramisu. Yeah, what if he's like, dessert only after 11? I wouldn't put it past him. I say that in light tone. They've been very nice to me here. But I question the 9 p.m. eating time. And people are like, oh, in the summer, like, it's so hot out that you do all this really late. It was 22 degrees today, okay? It isn't summer. We don't need to do this that late. We can do it late when it's hot. But it isn't hot. It's actually really pleasant. It was literally room temperature today. Oh.
Muchas gracias.
Nada.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The spoon's so warm. Tiramisu. Oh, tiramisu. Break me off a piece of that tiramisu. Nice. It is a big piece, actually, though. Feels homemade? Yeah, to me it does. Sorry, I'm cold. Because my body on a bike tour forgets how to like conserve heat. I spend all day like creating heat and then it vents it. I sweat. It just like opens up my pores, lets the wind whisk it away. We're active cooling. And then at night, it's like, do we still need to active cool? Should I cool you down? Should I cool you down? No. Now I need you to conserve my heat. But it doesn't know how to do that. It doesn't know how to switch on and off. I think I need a coffee. This would go perfect with a decaf coffee. I forgot. Is that why you're looking for a stroker? For more heat? People calling Stoker stroker, it's just... It's triggering me. Like, triggering me to humor. I can't believe we made it the whole month of Random Tandem. Maybe because it was wholesome. We were doing a charity stream. Everyone hold off on their Stoker? Do you mean stroker? For your second rider thing? Until we were done the wholesome charity stream aspect. And now we're just... We're full strokers. Un descafeinado. Right, wasn't that Portuguese? Is it? Oh no, it's the same in Spanish, isn't it? Descafeinado? Suzanne liked cakes with the 15 consecutive streams, with their message being stroker hype. Oh, he's already packaging up the tables. Wait, they only open up the kitchen at 9, and by 10:30 they're like packing up the place? Which country do you think has the best food? That's a really tough question. Countries on, that rank up high. It's tough to pick one. I just talked about how sushi is one of my favorite foods. So like Japan, yeah. Korea as well. You like Korean barbecue. I fucking love it, and I didn't understand it. Like, because Korean barbecue is such like a weird niche thing. I feel like in Canada and stuff, you can go for Korean barbecue, but everything's like itemized, and like all the sides aren't like free for all like they are in Korea. But like when I went to Korea for that bike tour, I fell in love with Korean food. Oh, it's fucking good. No, I was just in Portugal, and I love Portuguese food. I love all the fish. I love all the meat. I love, like, a lot of Southern Europe, just whether it's Portugal, Spain, Italy. I like the flow to their dinners, even though they go too late. You know, there's a whole, like, process to it. With the appetizers, the mains, but then after that, the desserts and the digestives and the aperitif before, and I don't know. There's a good vibe to it. I'm literally the only person sitting at a table now. It looks like they're settling up. I should probably settle up too. How trendy kimchi is? The price has gone up about 400, 500%. Has it really? Jesus. Kimchi is pretty simple. Sarah tried to make kimchi in our house, and all she created was a stink bomb. It was disgusting. It was the rankest thing I've ever smelled. And it wasn't like it sat for months and became a stink bomb. It actively became one, like, right away. It was horrible. And then usually I deal with gross things in the kitchen. Like, she doesn't like that stuff. Like, if there's food in the catchment in the sink, she can't handle it. I do that. But, like, I made her deal with that. So I'm like, you made this beast. Deal with it. What's like the bill in Spanish?
Te pongo la otra. Vale.
Wrong bacteria took over? I have no idea what happened. Like, it seems like such a simple process to, like, kind of pickle something, right? Something went wrong. La cuenta. El bildo. La cuenta. That sounds vaguely familiar. I'm confident I'm not getting trolled. Oh wait, are they getting set? Oh no, okay, we're good.
Just resubscribed for 6 months.
Automaton, Velveteen, thank you so much for the 6-month resub. Oh, they're sitting people. Okay, we're not. I thought they were closing. It's fermentation. It's not just putting in a vinegary liquid. Oh, if it's fermentation, is it? Because okay, her recipe was like super quick kimchi. Only takes this amount of time. So maybe it's skipping some of these vital processes. Maybe? Alright. I got a story. Alright? Oh no, they just got a big order. I still want a coffee. Now that I know there's a whole table sitting down taking orders, I'm like, oh, I can have a coffee. So, in Canada, between trips, I like being social, but like I don't know that many people, and I don't know how to meet people that well. So I was on Reddit, and I saw like a post where someone was referencing this thing, and I found it interesting. But it's just like, it's an app where you sign up, and it places you at a table at a random restaurant with 5 strangers, so 6 people total. And then you just meet at the assigned place, and you say you're at table 1, time left. And you get to this table, and you just have dinner with 5 strangers. And it's like every Wednesday, and I do that a lot of Wednesdays when I'm home, because it scratches my hitchhiking social travel itch of meeting strangers. But anyway, I'd go to a lot of those, and then there's usually like an after drinks place where all the other time left tables in the city, they're like, oh, everyone can meet after here if you want to be social after the dinner. So I went to several of those, but then there's like one person that took kind of the lead, and they created this big WhatsApp group for like, they kind of screened it. Like, you have to be like, you have to meet like the right people in this group, and then they'll like invite you to the exclusive Time Left Edmonton WhatsApp group of people that want to meet up and just do random things like ice skating and stuff. But anyway, now I'm in all these WhatsApp groups, and I get notifications being like, hey, does anyone want to play pool tonight? And it's kind of wholesome and nice, and I like it. I'm not there, and I can't join any of them, but I like just like, you know, being a part of it. Exclusive. No, it is literally just like, because some people treat like Time Left like a dating app. They'll go there, and like, you know, if there's a girl at the table, they'll just be like, you know, all dialed in, focusing on that. And the focus is to just like, if anyone's just like gives off creepy energy, they don't get invited into the WhatsApp group. High school all over again? They're literally just trying to stop creepy people from scaring girls. We're all just kind of relax and have fun and hang out. What's the name of the app? It's called Time Left, which is kind of a morbid name, honestly, but I like the concept. It is paid though, and all they do is like they play matchmaker and match you at a table of strangers, and the age ranges are quite wide. Chatbot is simping? What chatbot? There is in Porto and Lisbon? Oh yeah, it's quite international. It's in like, I don't know, 100 countries or something. Maybe not that many, but yeah. Oh yeah, and like that's not sponsored. They don't pay me. It scratches an itch that I have when I'm not traveling. And if I had more friends, I'd probably just hang out with my friends, but I don't have many friends. 48 countries. All right. I was very much off, but an attempt was made. Where you sleep tonight? Potentially Monkey Island. How long do you think it will take you to get to the French border? In order to have an estimate, I need to know how many kilometers it is on approximately my route to the French border. Then I can give you a hypothesis. But I don't even know how many kilometers it is. It's quite a few. I'm still by the Portuguese border. I'm friends with Trevor and Edmonton. I didn't say I had no friends. I said I don't have many friends. Local Canadian streamers to go out and eat with when not touring. I'm sure there's some Edmonton-based streamers, but I don't know them. Okay, so if I wanted to get to Monkey Island, is there anything on there? Is that just like someone's house? It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be hard to find. Like, to be fair, well, okay, since we're right next to the city, I guarantee places are gonna be busy in the morning with the dog walkers. My arch nemesis. I wonder if there's any like people that are taking little pictures there. You can do like Street View, but if you load up Street View, it'll show you little pins of. Oh yeah, there's one over here. Whoa, drone shot. Wasn't expecting that. Monkey Island looks like a grassy field, mostly. That's actually quite useful, though. Gives me a bird's eye view of Monkey Island. Doesn't look like the most private place to camp, but like, you can probably get away with it. Another drone shot. Okay, that's the same drone shot. What about this? Oh, there's just no cover. It's just grass. Which, like, you know, grass is easy to set up a tent on. Just want a little bit of cover. If you go just a little west, you'll find decent places. Hold up. West? How west? I just don't want to be like really riding right now. Like there's woods way west. Out by, is that like a shopping mall or something like that? I think that's a mall. East? How far east? Like quite a bit east there's some woods. I don't know if I can get into them. And then quite a bit more east there's like, yeah, like conservation woods. But that's pretty far. That's gotta be, how far? Okay, 6 kilometers. That's pretty far. I ain't riding down there right now. West side of the river, you have some trees. Wait, hold on. West side of the river, like here? Or like... Like further west of town? No. Was it on the pressure? No, a whole table just sat down. They're just packing up a lot of the tables. Oh, west side of the island. Yeah, no, like that's what I'm looking at. Gonna keep your head shaved for the time being, but like, how I see it, and many of you have heard me say this, it's just like because of how thinning my crown is, like this part, I see my options as just rock the bald, and I honestly don't mind being bald. I'm surprisingly, to my own brain, just being like, yeah, I think I'll look alright bald. Or, option 2 is trip to Turkey. But, yeah, I really don't mind being bald. And then people would just be like, oh, you look fine bald. Or you look fine with hair, you're not thinning. But I am. Hold up. I have pictures somewhere. See? Look how thinning I am. Look how thinning I am. Bicicleta, that's mine. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Canada.
Sorry?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Are you coming from Canada from here?
Oh no, I started a trip in northern Portugal.
North Portugal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on my way to Netherlands, to Rotterdam. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And you go from here to Netherlands?
Yeah.
Okay. Good trips.
Good trips.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. You are in Instagram?
What's
You are
that?
in Instagram?
Yeah. I can put up my profile if you want.
Because I see your bicycle.
Yeah. It's a weird one. So this is me.
Okay. One more.
One more. Thank you.
Big stream.
Yeah, so I make live streams about the different types of traveling I do.
Okay, thank you. Joey.
Thank you. He speaks English. That makes it easy. Alright. But also, look how bald I am. Look how bald I am. That's not acceptable. Does she work here? No, she's at the table with the barking dog. It's not her barking dog. Does she make us coffee? I've given up on the coffee. It's okay. I haven't really tried very hard, but... Yeah, it's over. See? So it's bald or it's turkey. You saying that's not acceptable? It hurts, man? But I feel like if you are thinning that much, you'd look better bald as well. Northeast side of the island, keep going through the road, maybe 1 kilometer down the road, more private. Northeast? Northeast has all the buildings. I guess if you go far enough. Oh, like way northeast. Is that what you mean? Way... Oh, it just keeps going. Yeah, if you go way to the end, probably. How far is that? That's more than a kilometer, isn't it? But you're out of the city.